Very
I'd like to introduce Debbie Swarm, a great consultant and friend who's going to speak on behalf of CCHI and also the Compassionate and Sensible Use Act.
And California Cannabis Coalition.
And California Cannabis Coalition, which has been doing a lot of great work all across the state with Debbie's assistance.
Okay, so first of all, we've got a message from the California Cannabis Coalition. We can't be here today because they're fighting for rights at Upland right now, and they couldn't step away from that. So they wanted to let everybody know that the Compassionate and Sensible Access Act, which is something that we're all proponents of here, is a constitutional amendment that's written specifically to protect patients' rights, and it's written for the purpose of making this permanent, what we've been fighting for in Prop 215, so we don't have to keep going back to square one and fighting for our rights continuously throughout this battle. It's because it's a constitutional amendment, we need more signatures than we're going to need for the other petitions, so we're going to need all the support we can get. It was written specifically not to conflict with CCHI, not to conflict with MCLR, not to conflict with any other good source of legislation that will protect patients' rights and stop this criminal persecution of cannabis users. So that's what Craig wanted to pass on, and then Mikey Jolson from the CCHI initiative wants to say that they're very excited. They're getting supporters by the day. They have a start date of Halloween, which should be a lot of fun. So that's their launch date to start. They want to remind everybody they're focusing on the hemp component and the wonderful environmental benefits that cannabis has. This current attack against cannabis, trying to demonize it as an environmental problem, all these environmental problems take place because cannabis is illegal. And those problems would not happen if hemp was being grown as a crop. As a matter of fact, there's many who believe that hemp farmers should be actually credited for the carbon credits that they get for growing this plant. There are so many environmental benefits for this plant. So we have to remember to try and keep this legislation, whatever gets passed, hopefully it won't be what the legislators have been working on with the three bills, AB 266, SB 643, and AB 243, because those bills will continue the criminal problem and the environmental problems because they're unenforceable and they're overly restrictive. So if we can lean towards, some wonderful open source legislation that's involved everybody that's involved, like MCLR or CCHI, was written by Jack Hare himself. It's very liberal, very environmentally friendly legislation. Then California can maybe they won't be the first state to legalize cannabis, but they'll be the first state to legalize it right. That's it.